Okay, what is PDI over GU? PDI over GU is an over GU that gets you into the ending hallway from an ABH, uh, over the rail. Uh, some purists may disagree and say that a PDI is only an ABH into elevator that uses the platform. Regardless, for the purposes of this video, that's it. So this is what that looks like. We typically will see RTA runners use Atom setup because um, it's the most consistent one for most people. Um, and that's what it looks like. Now, you may be wondering, how do you do this? Well, if you know how to do a regular overgoo, this can be learned pretty quickly. So we're starting out here. We just do the typical overdo things. Um, Now you see this hop is relatively important because this direction that you're moving towards the platform is going to matter a lot. So if you angle more, you will actually slow down and move towards the platform at a different angle. So the more you turn, that can really affect your how you're going to get to the platform. And being very narrow but still going towards the platform can get you to the platform with very little speed as well. So that's the thing to keep in mind. Now, this is the important part. Um, so we're going to turn to the left after this hop. You'll notice I'm not pressing any buttons, and there's good reason for that. So the way that ABH works is that it actually only changes your direction if you're looking in a different place. It doesn't actually matter if you're strafing. Um, uh, it'll apply a vector, and those vectors will add together your initial velocity vector and the what's being applied, and you'll see right when you jump that you can see that it drastically changes my direction even though I'm not pressing any buttons. And also, we tend to do a standing hop here, so we tap crouch over the rail and do a standing hop, standing ABH. If you don't have enough speed and you'll bonk on the platform, if you don't do a standing hop, you can do a toggle duck instead. But the problem with this is if you land on the edge of the platform, then you will get a toggle duck that doesn't push you up, and then you won't be able to get over the rail and you bonk on the rail, which is unfortunate. So yeah, it's possible when you do this that you won't be facing left enough and you'll bonk somewhere on here on this wall on the left here. And it's also possible that you turn too far to the left and end up somewhere over there that the portal gun is covering up. And then you crouch over that railing and then let go and do a standing hop, either over here where you have plenty of room to crouch, or on the elevator step, like after you've slid into the elevator with speed, which is the more safe way to do things. Yeah. Good luck. So now that we've seen that, let's hop into the game and see what we're talking about here. So, I will say that it is possible to do this from lots of different setups in the elevator. You can do it from the front, you can do it from here, you can do it forwards from both of those places, you can even do it over here. You can do it from circle strafing in both directions. Left, that was the right moving one, that's the left moving one. Here we go. Left. I want to show this because this is a rare sight. I'm not very good at circle strafing right this second, but yeah. You'll see that circle strafing also shares the problem where you don't know whether you're going to land on this elevation or this elevation. that this back of elevator setup has, where if you jump early and take a relatively like wide angle, then you're very likely to land like here or here, and if you walk a little bit and take a very narrow angle, then you can easily land on the ground like that. So you have to adjust your scroll based on that, whereas something like this, you will always land on the ground. I will say that circle strafing with your mouse moving to the right is optimal for PDI because you can alternate single strafes every hop, whereas if you do this, you either have to do this double strafe at the beginning, which is bad, or you have to do left strafe for 2 hops, which is also bad. So those both will hinder you. It's left moving circle strafes. We're an odd, mistreated breed, and you should not learn to do it that way. If you can. Yes, I will do a forward PDI real quick.
Please
So
note it.
I toggle ducked and I could have made it.
Please note that.
God.
Please note that we have added a consequence for failure.
There's your forward PDI.
Please note that we have.
And that's the toggle duck thing I was talking about. I didn't get the height from the toggle duck.
Please note that. Please note that we have added a consequence for failure. Please.
And backwards a couple times.
Please note that we have.
That's the drilling thing again. The toggle duck thing
Please
happens a
note
lot.
that we have added a. Please note that we have added a consequence.
There's a
for
toggle
failure.
duck one that worked.
Please note that we have added a.
There's one where I hopped on the very right edge of the platform.
Please note.
Yeah, and my preferred setup is this one.
Please note that we have added a consequence for. Please note that we have added a con. Please note that we have added. Please note that we have added a con.
I do a lot more toggle ducks from this setup than you will from here, but they almost never give me the one that doesn't give you height. So there's that trade-off where you're going to be doing the slower toggle duck version a little bit more often, but when you do, it's more likely to work.
Please note that we have added a con.
There was some elevator hops, so if you standing hop close to the elevator, it can be possible to get multiple hops from the different elevations in succession, gain speed, which saves time.
Please note that we have added a con.
I also like,
Please note that we have added.
like, I don't know. I feel like the way that I start this gives me more time to like strafe over to the right, which means that I can like strafe relatively narrowly, like this, you know, not like this, like you often need to do if you're over here,
Good luck.
and land on the right edge of the platform, which gives you a lot easier of a time to angle into this, because obviously it's easier to go from here to here than going from here to here, because there's a lot more things blocking you. You've got this wall, you've got this fizzler, you've got that fizzler. You know, they're in the way, so going in a straight line helps to get into elevator.
Note that we have added a consequence for. Please.
I will say if you do bonk on the
Please note that we have added a
right here,
consequence for
I did it on
failure.
purpose so I could
Any
show.
contact with the chamber floor
If you
will
do
result in a
crouch tops, you will hit your legs every time. If you do this, you can step forward and then do crouch tops, or you can walk around the corner well and then do standing hops, which is, I believe, the fastest thing that you can do. So that's your failure state, and
very impressive.
yeah. I think that's everything I need to say, actually. So, good luck.